Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here. It is the first day of November. We're almost at the end of the year. How incredible. And it means it's the monthly Masterboard challenge time. So first of the month, first Friday of the month, we are going to be doing, as our technique, we're going to be using smaller pages for our bases and joining them together with the collage. So that's the technique this month. And the theme, can anyone guess what it might be, given that next month is Christmas month? You got it. We're going to be doing a Christmas theme. So for my Christmas theme, I'm going to be using recycled Christmas wrapping paper. But you could use whatever you like. It might be digitals, it could be magazine images, it might be wrapping paper like I'm using. It could just be scrapbooking paper that are in Christmas colours. However you choose to do it, it's up to you. But the theme is Christmas. So let's, for a start, grab out a couple of pages. I'm using my Reader's Digest condensed book here, which is also my glue pages. So we're going to be doing double duty today. So let's kind of line them up. So grab your pages. You will need pages that are the same size, preferably. It's going to just be a little bit easier. You need to line them up. If it gets a little bit off during the process, doesn't matter. It'll work. And I'm going to grab out my first bit of wrapping paper. And this is all stuff I've kept from the last couple of Christmases, from all the family opening presents. So not all of it was mine or my hubby's. It was just like, you know, everyone opens their presents and then they screw up the paper and throw it into a bin. And it's like, no, I can use that. So today I am using some of it. I'm not sure whether I want square edges or whether I'm just going to have random shapes. I really don't know at this point. But it is thin paper. Wrapping paper is thin. I am going to hang it over the edge a little bit just because this isn't straight. So I think I'll work it out as I go along, whether I have square or torn or whatever. We'll just start gluing. So I hope you're all doing well, that you've had a lovely week. It's only Wednesday as I'm filming, so like it feels quite weird to say, how's your week been, when I'm not finished the week yet. Right, just adjusting my page a little bit there. Whoops. So until you kind of get your pages connected, they are prone to moving a little bit. So definitely a good idea to start with joining your first two pages together. Just want to make sure it sticks along that edge. No, I haven't really got enough to fold it under, so I will just leave that. So there we go, first bit on. Of course, I'm going to have to grapple with bits of sellotape and, you know, labels and all that sort of thing on the paper, but that's okay. And like torn bits that are not as pretty. So if you've got some wrapping paper left over from Christmas, or if you've got a part roll that you won't be using to wrap presents with this year, or you know how you wrap a present and you end up with little scraps left over of brand new wrapping paper, don't throw them away, guys. They can be used for something like this. So do your join first is my recommendation, and I'm going with larger pieces over the join. Because when we cut it up, we don't know where we're going to be cutting it up. It might end up on the join or beside the join or a long way away from the join. So getting everything... Oh, I did not put glue on that. Let's fix that up a little bit. Securing your papers is just going to make your life a bit easier by getting... So now we have one sheet of paper. So by the time you've collaged backing paper on top of it, it's going to be a lot sturdier. Okay. So I think I'll just stack up the ones I've used at the top of my desk. I really have a full box here, like plenty. Isn't this cute? Little reindeer heads. I love keeping the wrapping paper because there's such a variety. Like when we buy our wrapping paper for the year, we might buy 2 or 3 rolls maximum. Oops. Well, that didn't work, did it? So you make your choice, but there's other pretty patterns and fun designs that you just don't get because you don't need that much wrapping paper at Christmas. So to keep other people's what they've picked up is fun. So there is a little torn bit there, or a little bit where the sellotape's lifted the surface. So I am weeding those bits out. I don't think I want those bits in there. So I think I'm just going to do a mix of torn and straight edges. I'm not really fussed either way on this. I wasn't, as I said at the beginning, I wasn't really sure which way I wanted to go. So I'm just gonna relax and have some fun, and hopefully you can have some fun with me in collage. And I've got a sticky, it keeps catching my paper. I just need to do a little clean up here, because I don't want to damage my paper with it sticking to that sticky patch constantly. So now that's wet. Do I have a tissue? Let's give that a wee dry. There we go. Clean up. Part of life, isn't it, as a crafter? Or anything really. I might put that bit there. So I'm using the base as a bit of a glue page as well at the moment. And some papers like this one that's white, you will get pops of the text showing through, so do be aware of that. Okay, I'm going to grab another page from my glue book, which is the one I have already glued on, and I'm going to line it up. Doesn't matter if there's a gap because both sides are going to be collaged over or covered. So I'm going to pop that there. Some fun tartan, Christmas tartan. It's quite fun. These are what I was saying, the offcuts from wrapping presents. So this is one of the rolls that we had. I don't know if I've got any left or not, but anyway, it's unused. It's just an offcut. So as you work along, you just keep adding pages and just keep going as long as you want to make your masterboard. You can make it whatever length you like. You can also go up, so you could add pages to the top or the bottom and do it that way. So I think I'll do a little strip of this to fit that gap. So hopefully you'll give this one a go, and I hope you do have a supply of wrapping paper that you can use, because I think it's a great use, great recycling of the Christmas paper. And you know, Christmas coming up, you're going to be wanting to decorate Christmas journals, whether it's one you're writing in or one you're making. Right, something else now. We've actually got a lot of red going on. Let's add a bit of gold. This is very, very shiny. So that is one thing to bear in mind. It will be shiny if you're using wrapping paper, unless you've got lots of matte wrapping paper. But it's Christmas. When else can you use such shiny things if not at Christmas? So don't be afraid of the shine. So that bit's got a bit of tape on, so I'll get rid of that bit. And if I am careful, I should be able to glue that down, that torn bit down. So do I want it there? I just don't like that jaggedy edge. So give it a little haircut. So today, as I already mentioned, is Wednesday, so I'm off out this afternoon for a meeting. I'm not sure what to expect. I've never been to one before of this, it's food bank one, but it's of all the local food banks and food providers and community support systems. You know, it's kind of like a big overview of everyone involved in basically social welfare in our area. So food is obviously a big part of that. So I don't really know what's going to happen, what's, you know, what the lowdown's going to be. So afterwards, I'll have a better idea. And it's supposed to be 2 hours, so 1 till 3. It will be interesting to see whether it's shorter, longer, or on time. I suspect it could go longer. Oh, there's a rip in that one, so let's avoid the rip there. I might just throw that bit out actually. Yeah, so I might be able to tell you a bit more afterwards about what kind of happened and what it was all about. I don't have to go, but I think it's important for me to go to get a good understanding of how everything fits together, and perhaps what resources are available to recommend to clients who might be struggling, whether it's mental health or financial or whatever it might be. You know, it's not just about food, is it? Food banks are not just about food. It's about the overall, how a person's doing, how they're managing, how they're coping, how they are feeling. You know, are they stressed? Are they what else is going on in their lives that might need some help? So food is just a very practical first port of call, really, and we do have lists of places to refer people to, but I'm sure we don't have the full knowledge of what's available for people. Right, so I'm making sure that I put some of these first bits over here as well. I'm not sure how much I will actually get done, so I might just kind of keep away from this edge, because I might not get any more than this done. We shall see. Unfortunately, I have a video recorded ahead from last week, because I recorded a video last week and then changed my mind on what I wanted to present last week. So I shifted the one I'd already done to this week, which means I was a day ahead already, which is super, super, super awesome, given how busy things are this week. And all the food parcels have to be done tomorrow, Thursday. Normally it's split across Wednesday and Thursday, so they're all happening on Thursday this week. So tomorrow for me is going to be quite busy. Oops, just randomly tearing, you know, just tear it wherever. That's got a bit of tape on, so I don't want the tape. So we'll get rid of that bit. Just do a little piece there. I think I want to go kind of like there. and I am going to be out again on Friday. And I realised I've got 2 reasons I need to be out on Friday. One is because hubby's having, his work's having a after work do. But I was kind of like, I don't have to go. Like, hubby could go on his own. Although if I don't go, he probably wouldn't go either. But I realised that it's actually my mum's birthday on Monday next week. And I can't go and see her Monday, because I need to be working. And I could go and see her next Friday, so the same week as her birthday, but then that interferes with my grocery shopping and I can't fit everything in. So it was like, well, this Friday I'm going to be out anyway. I may as well plan to go see my mum. So we're going to be, I'll be heading into the city. Mum doesn't actually know yet. I'll need to give her a ring and say I'm coming. Hopefully you're not doing anything or going out, which is highly unlikely that she is, but you know, can't assume these things. And yeah, spend a day and kind of do a little pre-celebration of her birthday. She'll be 81. So, you know, it's good to celebrate these things while you have the people, because I'm very conscious that we're all getting older and nothing is guaranteed for how long we have our family around us. Particularly because Mum hasn't been so well lately. So, you know, it's really take the opportunities when you can get them. Right, I want to keep away from that edge in case I do another, you know, panel. Panel, that's the right word, panel. Just put that there in that corner, I think. So if you do this challenge, even if you don't post a photo of it, I'd love to know how many pages or panels you ended up using. I think that'd be quite fun. Did you do just 2 panels? Did you do 6? Did you do 20? Like, I just think that would be a fun little way to communicate your participation, if you indeed you do participate. It's not sorry, just digging for paper. Not compulsory at all. Now, why I was digging for paper is because I am finding I've got like purples and blues, and I'm in this kind of zone where I don't want purples and blues. Like, so maybe another masterboard that has those colours in it. So I'm kind of sticking with the red, green, gold kind of vibe here. You could go completely random and just include it all, which I was intending on, but then I've kind of gone in the direction I have. So I thought, well, we'll just continue with that, because I think it will look nicer, rather than chopping suddenly into a different colour zone. I think to do the random colours, I would have needed to start that from the start. So it wasn't like, oh, red, green, gold, suddenly purple. Yeah, that doesn't feel quite right. Right, so I'm going to concentrate on this gap here now. So I've got a bit more tape here, so let's get rid of that. This is a lovely poinsettia paper that was a roll we had. I think I used it up last Christmas. We'd had it for a number of years and sort of used it here and there. It was quite a large roll, but I think it's all used up now. I wonder, because I've got this funny little bit here, do I just cover that whole bit? I think so. Benefit of wrapping paper being so thin is that if you decide to just cover over a complete section and double layer the paper, it's not going to matter at all. It's just going to strengthen and still not be super thick. The back, when I do the back, of course, will add quite a substantial layer because I'll be using like coffee dyed paper, whatever neutral papers I have, probably scraps. So that will add some substantial weight to it, but still the overall effect is not going to be super thick. Right, need something else there, I think different to what I've got already. So here we go. Here's a nice dark red Santa. Oh, this is that, what do they call it, magic tape? I wonder if I can peel it off. It might have been on here too long. Yes, no, it's not gonna peel off nicely. Hey, it was worth a go, you know, worth a go. Normally I actually take all the tape off and fold it all nice when I put it away, but obviously last year I did not. Last year it was just put in whatever state I received it in. It fits much better if you flatten it out and make it nice, and then you don't have the tape to deal with later on like I'm dealing with it now. I think that'll be a nice little bit just in there. Slide this across and glue it on here. I'll have to keep an eye on the time because I have a feeling I could just like keep going and keep going and keep going on this, but I can't because I've got other things to do before I go out to the meeting. Right, so we have done one full panel, is now completely done. I think I might, it's not going to go all the way up, so I'll just put that as much as it fits there. Of course, the other thing, this is going to be very hard to photograph for Instagram and my YouTube thumbnail because of the length of it. So I'll work something out. Obviously it will just like be a section or maybe multiple sections that I'll have to do. Right, this little bit of poinsettia looks to be just the right size for there. So I'm putting it over slightly so that I don't end up with lines matching. Okay, up here needs something. Do we want to put a bit more of this? Maybe I can put a little bit across the top, across the join. Switching between gluing on here and gluing on my glue pages to the side. Just kind of letting the glue dry in between times depending where I'm working. So if I disappear off screen, that's all I'm doing, is just gluing on my glue pages. Okay, I feel like I need another something. I'm digging. Glue, no. Teal, no. Well, that's blue, but it also has some red. I'm wondering about some of these. This is a New Zealand wrapping paper, because we're summer in our Christmas, and this is our Pahutakawa, which is often called the New Zealand Christmas tree, because it flowers beautiful bright red blooms in December. I'm thinking like maybe I can cut out just one of those bloom images. So there's pictures of seashells and sandy beaches and toi toi, which is a New Zealand native plant. It's got a blue edge there. I don't want that blue. I mean, it's only a tiny bit, but I don't want it. And this has got a little bit of blue coming in this edge as well. So maybe up the top there, it means we'll have to pop something down there. That's okay, we can do that. Just a little strip of something. Okay, maybe a bit of poinsettia down the side there, just a little strip. I think I need to change my glue page. It's getting a bit sticky, like my pieces are sticking to the page. Come on, come off of there. Here we go. I got it. Lovely. So still working in this gap here. I think I need a bit of contrast. I do have this very, very, very shiny black and copper or bronze. I'd say copper. Oh, it's quite plasticky. It doesn't want to tear. So I'm going to cut a piece off and see what I think. Given that it's kind of like got a plasticky finish on top. Yeah, it's different. I think little bits of it might be quite nice just to bring in a bit of contrast. Just in there. Yep. Let's do it. Right, change my glue page. And rather than add this to the end, I'm just going to fold it in half and glue on it again. Because I have plenty of pages to work with. No shortage there. I am kind of seeming to pretty much do a vertical composition, which is interesting. I'm not varying it greatly. Some of the designs are every which way, which is fine. And I may not be using this vertically. I may be using it horizontally. So we'll just, doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and put this sideways then. I'm just going to use that whole piece, I think. No, it's a bit much. It's a bit too much drama or contrast, I think. So let's trim it down to fit the gap a bit more. Yeah, it's quite an unusual paper. Don't really want the Merry Christmas to be cut off. So I'm just placing it so that it won't, hopefully. Like that. Yep, that will work now. It's pretty. I think it's really stunning paper. I don't know what lot of presents it came off, who bought it. But I do think it is very pretty. I would not probably myself buy black wrapping paper, but I think it's very effective. Right, so let's do this gap down here. I'm going to put another bit of this maybe. Yep, let's put a bit of that. Don't really want that white edge there. Okay. Right, this little bit here. We could put another bit of this. Find another one we could cut out. Oh, there's a lot of blue in that one though. No, okay. Oh, we could go that Merry Christmas there. Just the red on white. I like papers like this that have little sections you can cut out. I think they're really fun. I often buy them specifically, that sort of design, so that I have bits I can cut out. So the text underneath will show through this, which is fine. There's nothing objectionable there. I like that. I think that looks really cool. So we do have still a gap up here that we need to do. So I've got a candy cane paper. Was this from you, Lydia? I think. Maybe. Because it's numbered. Or no, it wasn't from you, Lydia. Sorry. I remember now, it was from Sue. From last year's Secret Santa. I haven't actually decided whether I'm going to do like we did Secret Elf last year in our group on Facebook. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do that again this year. So if you are in the group or intend on joining Visual Vibes, the group on Facebook, let me know if you're keen on a Secret Santa this year or not. Yeah, let me know. Either in the group or on the video, one way or another. Let me know. So, because I don't want to set up something that people don't want to do. But if people do want to do it, then I'm also happy to go ahead and set it up. Right, that works well, that paper. Shall we put another bit over here? Why not? I think I can just pretty much put that whole bit. But it has got a jaggedy edge, so I'm going to remove that. How are we going on time, guys? Oh, we're doing pretty well. We might have time for another panel, given that we haven't actually finished what I've got in front of me yet. But right, sometimes it's hard to know where to stop. Like, you could just keep adding pages and shuffling it across. Oops. The thin paper does get a bit curly with the glue stick. Oops, not that way round. We want this way round. Poor reindeer, they're getting all covered, aren't they? Okay, so fill this gap, I think. Put another bit of this in. Oops, that didn't appear very well. Never mind. We shall just trim it off when I do the other trimming I need to do around the edges. Not a biggie. I'm getting so sticky, people. It's a hazard of masterboards or collaging, full stop. You just get really sticky. Okay, so we are down to this end. So let's add another page. Because I am having fun. Right, I'm thinking gold, but also a bit of this reindeer paper, which I just find so cute. Oops. That I might put it at the top rather than where I just had it there. Just bring over my glue pages because everything is getting so sticky, not just me. So I think I've decided what I'm going to buy my mum for her birthday. As when I was in there last Friday, I was trying to cut some threads with the scissors out of the kitchen drawer, and oh my gosh, they were so blunt. They were ridiculous. And she said that was the best one she had, because my lovely stepfather Bill keeps stealing them and using them in the garage, and they just blunt. And she's been through so many scissors, and I said, Mum, you need more scissors, you need better scissors. And she says she does, she keeps getting them, and he keeps stealing them and making them blunt, and then he just doesn't know where he puts them. So it's like even if he had them on a nail in the garage, he would still just grab the ones out the drawer. It's like, my goodness, so useless. So I think I'm going to buy her a good pair of kitchen scissors. And then I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work out that he doesn't pinch them and use them in the garage anymore. But even if he does, at least they'll have a decent pair of scissors for a while, until they get ruined, you know. And then have to buy another pair, I guess. Maybe that'll be a Christmas present. Although, I must say, Bill is not doing a lot in the garage anymore, because he just can't stand for very long. He can't sit for very long. He can't stand for very long. So maybe a good pair of scissors would actually last a bit longer this time. We can but try and hope. He's so naughty. So naughty. So yeah, Mum's always struggling with scissors because he just keeps pinching them. And he puts them back, but in the process they've become useless. Very useless. And I can't stand having scissors that are useless. I was going to put that there, but it's... Oh, I could put it sideways, I guess. Let's do that. So yeah, now I will need to take a trip to, I think the supermarket should have what I need, or maybe a hardware store, I'm not sure, and buy my mum a pair of scissors for her birthday. I mean, very exciting, isn't it, getting a pair of scissors for your birthday? But it's definitely something she needs. So, and at 81, turning 81, like, she really hasn't got a lot of needs, you know, food, clothing, heat, medical. She doesn't need a lot of stuff, if you know what I mean. Not a lot of stuff. She's trying to get rid of stuff, and she's trying to throw it my way, which is fine. I've been getting some art and crafty bits and pieces. There's a whole pile of art canvases actually that she wants to give me, and I looked at them and says, yep, they'd be great, but I'm not taking them today. So I'm going to leave them at my mum's as long as possible until I find a place I can put them at home. That's going to be too close to that, but we might put a bit over here of this lovely candy cane type paper. Everything's sticking to everything else. Okay, I think I'm going to end at this page. I think we'll just call it quits. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. That's pretty good. Oh no, it's stuck to my glue page. Oh, there we go, I got it up. It tore a bit, so I'm just going to lay it over the edge a little bit, so I'll end up cutting the torn bit off. And I'm going to let it dry before I trim it, so that I don't get totally glued up scissors yet again, because I'm always getting glued up scissors. And I've only cut myself once when I've been cleaning them. Right, let's put a bit more drama in, shall we? The black and the copper. Oops. Oh, well, that bit tore, but it's like, yeah, really plasticky kind of surface. It actually tore off the paper. I'll probably put a little bit just through the shall I put it upside down deliberately? Yep, gonna do that just to try and get away from being directional. Yeah, time to change the glue page. Everything's sticking to it already. Big stripe of glue down the middle there. Let's give that a wee wipe with a wet wipe, get that glue off there. Because it's got like a plasticky surface, I know that I can do that safely on that black paper. Right, okay, that would have been a good fit here actually. But oh well, never mind. A bit more of this dark red I think would be nice. Sorry, Santa, cutting your chin off there, or your beard. Your beardy chinny chin chin. I think I actually like that kind of point going up there. Kind of brings in a... Do I? No, gonna take it off. Change my mind. Right, let's change out this page, fold it in half. And should we put this one upside down as well? Why not? Santa is standing on his head now. Okay, how are we doing? I've got to, lying up the things on the side of my desk now at the far end there. We have reached that length. Right, what do I want in here? Here we go, this one will work well. Let's just tear off this leggy bit here. That should provide some good bits. So let's tidy it up a little bit. tidy up that top bit too, I think. I was going to leave it, but no, I don't like it. Bit too scrappy. Okay, going to go right to the edge there, I think. Good thing about this type of paper is once you put glue on it and smooth it out, all those wrinkles basically disappear. There's a crease here that shows, but I'm not worried about that. I think it's fine. Like that. That's cool. Put a bit of this sideways. Yeah, and put it off about there. Stuck to my finger. Oh, did I mention how sticky I am? So pretty sure I've done 5 pages. I'll turn it over and double check once I've finished this gap. So let me know how many you did, because I'd be keen to know, did you do more than I did? Is that your challenge? Do more than I did? It could be fun. Oh, there's gluey residue on there as well. Carefully wipe it with the wet wipe. Just this little scrap here I think will be fine in this wee gap. Right, so just this area, what do I want to plug that with? I'm just looking at what I've used and like where, maybe that Santa Claus is coming to town paper. That one's ripped. Ah, there we go, perfect. So let's put the whole word town. I'll just trim a little bit off the front. And that will be the masterboard done. So it's going to provide me some good fodder for Christmas journals that I'm working on. So next Friday we will be looking at using this masterboard, creating some fun bits and pieces with it. I do have to back it yet, but I will do that off camera, just with whatever neutral papers. I might use bigger pieces, I might do scraps, I'm not sure. I don't need to decide right now. So just clearing the way here. So I need to trim around the edges too. So whee, and the beginning. So look, it's quite long. And how many did we do? Yes, we did 5 book pages of the Reader's Digest condensed books. So collage that up. It's going to be good and sturdy, but still not super thick, and ready to go to use to make ephemera for Christmas journals. I love it. I think it's so fun, and it kind of helps that it's got a lot of my favorite color in it. Like this is more towards my favorite color, maybe this one more so, but the red, you know, I do like the red. Thanks for joining me, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this masterboard. I hope you will give it a go. Make yourself a Christmas themed masterboard and use some of those smaller pages in perhaps a different way than what you have before. Joining them together to make your long or tall, depending, you know, you could do it like double row and do another row up the top here. You could make it really big. So you don't need a big sheet of paper to make a big masterboard. You can just put pieces of paper together for your base. Take care, have a great weekend, and I will catch you again tomorrow for the Marguerite Miller collage assignment video, and then I'll catch you on Monday. Bye for now.